I want to talk to you about what the plans are for today. As a reminder, I am still out this week recovering from my surgery, and I look forward to being back in the building next week. But for now, you'll still have a sub, so treat them right. Anyways, let's talk about the plan. As you can see, it's a two-step plan today. Your reflection for your ethics presentation and group project is due today. And while I didn't set aside time on the subplans for this, if you're not finished with it, you should utilize class time to go ahead and finish that. And if somebody wants to show this slide to the sub, please do, because I forgot to mention step one in today's subplans. So let's talk about that reflection really quick and just have some quick reminders about it. Here's the assignment on Schoology, and it lays out that part two of your culminating task was to write this independent and individual reflection about the process of your ethics pathway presentation. So if you scroll down and look at the reflection, it lays out exactly what you're supposed to do with that. And I've tried to be really, really precise with giving you as much information as possible for what it should look like. So I've even included reflection questions that you can utilize for the different paragraphs for your reflection, because this is really about um, what the process was like for you working in the group, what collaboration was like, what you learned about yourself through this process, what you learned about ethics. So it's not just like, oh, this project went well, because this is really digging in and thinking about who you are and what your areas of strength are and also your areas of growth. So utilize this format and write a multi-paragraph reflection on um, this whole process. And here's kind of a layout for what that could look like if you were doing kind of a standard reflection and then use the reflection questions to guide you. You're not just answering the questions, though. That's really important to realize. Once you're done with that, because it is due today, make sure that you turn it in. Once you have finished that, another reminder about your presentations. I got a lot of emails about how there was no place to turn them in on Schoology, and that was intentional, because I kept saying this over and over again, but somehow the messaging got lost that your ethics presentation is supposed to be shared with me. You're not supposed to turn it in on Schoology, because when it comes time to actually present them next week when I'm back, we want to be able to access them quickly. So please share or email your presentation to my main email. And the reason for using the B. Christensen email is because Canva doesn't like the Billy Joe Bear email. It only likes the B. Christensen email. So just everybody use that one to email or share your presentations with me. All right, that's that. So once you're done with that, then you're going to move on to starting our new unit, which is Things Fall Apart. It's our first novel of the year, and you'll notice that there is a couple of reading assignments and there's also a discussion packet. So if we look at our Schoology page, you will see the reading schedule is on Schoology. So it's really important that at this point you are starting to stay on top of the reading schedule. And you'll notice there's an audiobook. It's a great audiobook on YouTube, and it even has like timestamps at the bottom of the page, which are great for knowing what you're listening to. Make sure that you are following along. You'll have some additional assignments. I've tried to make this really clear. So when you look at this, this is your daily reading in the center right here. But There's also other important information in this right-hand side when things are due. I have a couple mistakes on here. I'll fix those later today, but you'll see that it says complete in class. And then next week when I'm back, it it will be broken down. If there's an in-class reading, that will be linked for students who are absent. And then if there is something significant that you have to read for the following class, I've tried to make that clear by giving that due date. So due Wednesday. All right, so that's the reading schedule. Make sure that you're staying on top of things. For today, you're going to have two readings. The first is this article, Igbo Culture and History, and you're just reading these pages right here. Yes, they are Roman numeral, so make sure that you're paying attention and stop when you get to 22. And then you're going to read chapters 1 through 3 of the novel, Things Fall Apart. If you forgot to bring your novel today, there are extras in the box at the back of the room, and is pages 3 through 25. And then you will just complete the discussion packet, which you have to make a copy of right here. So if you click on that, it should prompt you to make a copy. Yep, look, it does. So that's awesome. And then just once you're done with the discussion packet for these pages, turn it in to Schoology. So let's go ahead and look at that discussion packet right here. So you'll see I've tried to lay everything out. And as you're going through the discussion packet, there are a couple times where it will ask you to make a copy of something, and then you need to complete that. This one right here, character note-taking tools, this will be something you use for multiple class periods, so put it in a safe place. I really recommend that you create a folder on Google Drive to hold all the documents for Unit 2, so that way you have them all in one area and easy access to them. Sorry about that. And then just keep answering the questions. I've broken it down by chapter. You also need to create a new vocabulary chart in your journal. Here's that character note-taking tool again. You have a quick write. Then you have this right here, make a copy of the following, attending to details tool. You will eventually turn both of these things in, but I haven't decided exactly how I want you to turn them in yet, so just make sure you don't lose them when you have finished completing them, but do turn in the discussion packet once you're done. If you have any questions, send me an email. I'll be going through emails today to catch up on all of that. Thank you to those of you who have reached out to me. Things are going well, and I'm just trying to recover, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Make sure that you're staying on top of things, because it's just going to start stacking up if you don't, especially since we have to do the presentations next week when I get back. I think that's all I have for today. Again, if you have questions, just send me an email and I'll get to you as soon as I can. I hope you're all well, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye, everyone.